Morning, class ninth. So today our topic is we are going to start with animal tissues. As all of you know that we are finished with our plant tissues, so we are going to start with the another subtopic, that is the animal tissues, in today's lecture. Animal tissues, if we say, on the basis of their functions, on the basis of different functions they perform in our body, or I say in the body of higher organisms or animals, they are of four types. Mainly they are of four types on the basis of their functions. One is epithelial tissue, another one is connective tissue, then is muscular tissue, and then is nervous tissue. So we have four types of animal tissues on the basis of function: epithelial, that is the outermost protective layer; connective tissues; then muscular tissues; and nervous tissue. Animal tissues, now these are four types: epithelial, connective, muscular, and nervous. They are further divided into subtypes. Like epithelial is, you can say it, they are divided into squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium. You don't need to worry that, oh, we have to study so many types. See, they are very simple. Squamous, they are the simple most epithelial tissue. Actually, epithelial, they themselves, they are the simpler one. Cuboidal, they are just like the cube like. Columnar, they are column like. Ciliated, those are having cilia basically, so those are ciliated type. And stratified squamous, which are in multiple, which are in basically many layers. So these are easy to understand, but they are of, epithelial is of different types. One is the squamous, simple squamous epithelium, then cuboidal shape, columnar, ciliated, and stratified squamous epithelium. Then connective tissue is of four types. One is areolar tissue, adipose tissue, skeletal tissue, as well as fluid. Again, I am saying connective tissue in our body is of four types: areolar, adipose, skeletal, and fluid. Fluid, you know that you can understand that fluid must be some liquid. So same here, fluid is of two types: blood as well as lymph. Then skeletal, your bone and cartilage. Adipose, they are basically fat cells. This tissue is having fat cells. Areolar is of two types: tendon and ligament. We will discuss one by one in a day, not all we are going to discuss together. No, we will start with one by one. Then muscular is of three types: striated, smooth, and cardiac muscles. And nervous, basically in this we are going to discuss the structure of neuron. So once again I am repeating that animal tissues are of four types: epithelial, connective, muscular, and nervous. Epithelial is further of five types: squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, and stratified squamous. As you can see, these three shapes we have written together, and first is the squamous, then in the last we have written the different one: stratified squamous epithelium. Then connective is of four types: areolar, adipose, skeletal, and fluid. Fluid is further two types: blood and lymph. Skeletal is your bone, because your bones are making the structure basically na, bone, cartilage. Adipose is the fat cells. Areolar, tendon, and ligament. Muscular tissue is of two types: few muscles are striated, few muscles are very smooth, few muscles they are work in our heart, they are cardiac one. Nervous, that is our brain, that is the, we will discuss the structure of neuron here. So first we are going to start our today the structure, that is the first type of animal tissue, that is epithelial tissue. So it means we are going to discuss squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, and stratified. Now epithelial, as I told you, they are the simplest tissue. When somebody is simplest, it means either they are the first covering. They in plant we say that they have, in plants their protection is by epidermis. Same in our first layer is epithelial tissue, the simplest one. It is a covering or the protective tissue that is separated from underlying tissue. See, underlying tissue means which is underlying tissue which is present beneath. बीनीथ का मतलब होता है बिलो एक्चुअली, जो कि किसी के नीचे प्रेजेंट है. So it is separated from its underlying tissue. Like if this is my epithelial tissue, इसके नीचे जो टिश्यू प्रेजेंट है उससे ये अलग होता है. उससे ये सेपरेट कैसे है? विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन. यहाँ पे मेरा कोई और टिश्यू प्रेजेंट है, ये मेरा एपिथेलियल है. इन दोनों के बीच में क्या प्रेजेंट है? Basement membrane. So what are we saying? That it is a covering, it is a protective tissue which is separated from beneath tissue. जो इसके नीचे present है उसके साथ एकदम packed नहीं है, उससे separated है by the fibrous basement membrane. So basically it always grows on some other tissue. It is not a separate one. It always grow on some other tissue. It is of two types. Now I am saying that its epithelial tissue can be of two types. It can be simple, it can be stratified. If the epithelial tissue is made up of one layer of cells, like only this one, single layer of cell, then we will call it as a simple. But if your tissue is made up of two or more layer of cells, there are many layers. Now you can see that there are many layers. So if this tissue is made up of many layers, then it means it is little complex, so we will call it as a stratified. Simple is only one layer. Made up of many layers of cell, then we will call it stratified. So epithelial tissue is also further divided into simple epithelial tissue or stratified epithelial tissue. What is the so special about this epithelial tissue? Tightly packed cells. As you can see that I have made a layer of cells which are tightly packed. There is no intercellular space. Now you know this word very clearly, that what do you mean by intercellular space? कि दो cells के बीच में कोई gap नहीं है. They are tightly packed. आपके घर में अगर tiles लगी हैं तो बिल्कुल exactly tiles भी ऐसे ही लगाते हैं हम, राइट. अगर बहुत सारी लेयर्स में टाइल्स लगाते हैं तो स्ट्रेटिफाइड हो जाएगा. अगर सिंगल लेयर ऑफ टाइल्स हमने लगाई हैं तो दैट विल बी सिंपल एपिथेलियम. बट टाइल्स एकदम पैक्ड लगाते हैं, ऐसे तो नहीं करते कि वी लीव अ गैप देयर. नो, वी डोंट लीव अ गैप देयर. सो दे अल्टीमेटली दे टुगेदर दे पैक्ड एंड दे फॉर्म अ continuous sheet, right? They are not having gap, so they will form a continuous sheet. They do not have any intercellular spaces. Where are they present? They are present in our skin. माउथ लाइनिंग, हमारा माउथ को जो कवर करता है, प्रोटेक्ट करता है, उस लाइनिंग में ये प्रेजेंट होते हैं एपिथेलियल टिश्यू. इन आवर ब्लड वेसल्स इन विच आवर ब्लड रन्स, दैट इज आर्टरीज, veins, capillaries. It means they are also covered by the epithelial tissue. Alveoli, which are the structural and functional unit of our lungs, as well as the kidney tubules, those which are helping in the excretion. जो यूरिन पास आउट करते टाइम हेल्प होती है, किडनी करती है, उसमें भी जो लाइनिंग है दैट इज मेड अप ऑफ epithelial tissue. So once again we will see they are present in the skin lining of mouth, our blood vessels, in our alveoli, in our kidney tubules. So basically if you can see they cover the organs as well as the cavities होती है. suppose मैंने यहाँ पे suppose this is my kidney, right, and this is another cell. So basically यहाँ पे if there is a gap, दो सेल्स के बीच में अगर गैप है, कोई खाली स्पेस है, बेसिकली दैट इज एम्प्टी स्पेस इज देयर, दैट विल बी अ कैविटी. इट कैन बी समटाइम फिल्ड or sometime it is not filled with water and other things, right? So this जो आपका epithelial tissue है, that cover the organs and cavities which are present inside the body. Basically it cover the inner body organs and separate the different system from each other, like you can say they separate the lungs function from the kidney. So all organs, they are separate from each other with the epithelial lining, or you can simply say that is epithelial कवरिंग. आपने कवर कर दिया किसी चीज़ को, नाउ दैट थिंग इज़ प्रोटेक्टेड. सो इट कवर्स द ऑर्गन्स, इट कवर्स द कैविटीज़. मतलब कोई भी चीज़ इससे, अगर ये है यहाँ पे एक कवर दे दिया मैंने, राइट, सो दिस विल, ये कवर किसका बना है, दैट इज़ मेड अप ऑफ एपिथेलियल टिश्यू. इट बिकॉज इट इज़ आउटर मोस्ट लेयर ऑफ द स्किन. और सबसे पहले कोई बैक्टीरिया, कोई वायरस अल्टीमेटली आपकी बॉडी में एंटर कहाँ से करेगा, अगर करेगा तो स्किन से. सो इट प्रोटेक्ट द बॉडी फ्रॉम ड्राइंग. ड्राइंग का मतलब है कि आवर बॉडी हैज़ द कैपेसिटी टू मेंटेन द टेम्परेचर. होम्योस्टैसिस होता है कि जैसे जैसे आपका बाहर का टेम्परेचर, आउटर इन्वायरमेंट का टेम्परेचर चेंज होता है, आपकी बॉडी भी अपना टेम्परेचर उस हिसाब से मेंटेन कर देती है. ऐसा नहीं होता कि एकदम से आपकी स्किन बहुत ड्राई हो गई है या फिर एकदम बहुत टेम्परेचर राइज हो गया. नो, आवर अल्टीमेटली आवर बॉडी टेम्परेचर इज मेंटेन. सो आउटर लेयर ऑफ द स्किन, इट इज़ प्रोटेक्टिंग फ्रॉम द इंजरी, it is protecting from us from the infections as well as from the drying की सूख जाना, एकदम drying नहीं होने देती है. it keeps the body moist as well as healthy. Skin our moist as well as healthy. So that is who is covering that skin, that is our epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissue in the skin, it is forming the three function, that is drying, helping us from the injury as well as infections. The one thing that whatever is entering in the body or whatever is leaving the body, it must cross at least one layer of epithelium, that is your squamous epithelium, that is simple squamous epithelium, right? This is the first layer of our epithelial tissue. So permeability of cells of epithelium, if the epithelium will allow a particular material, only then that can enter, is important for exchange of gases. Like even if we talk about oxygen and CO2, oxygen always comes inside the body. So if we talk about the exchange of the substances, exchange of gases, basically that is also done by the, if epithelial tissue will allow us, right? Usually the gases exchange, most of the time it take place through the breathing portion only. But if we talk about simply the exchange of other substances, like it is either it is a salt, or it is your sweat, or it is your bacteria, or if it is your virus, or if some molecule. So if something is coming to your skin, to your epithelium, your first layer, then its permeability, it will decide, epithelium will decide कि उसको एंटर करने देना है कि नहीं करने देना है. सो एपिथेलियम की जो परमेबिलिटी है, परमिशन है, वो एक्सचेंज ऑफ सब्सटेंसेस के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. कौन अंदर आएगा बॉडी में, कौन बाहर जाएगा, दैट इट विल decide. Now classification of epithelium on the basis of number of layers. There are different classification on the basis of number of layers, number of shape, or the number of layers, as well as on the cell size as well as shape. So number of layers basis pe we have two types of epithelium, simple and stratified. That I already told you, that if your tissue is made up of single layer of cell, like this, as you can see there is a single layer only, then this is called simple epithelial tissue. If it is made up of many layer, then it is called stratified, right? If only single layer is there, then it will be known as simple epithelial tissue, and this is our basement membrane, because every epithelial tissue, it is separated from other one by the basement membrane. Now depending upon the cell shape, as you can see that we have squamous, we have cuboidal, we have columnar. Now these can be simple one if they are having single layer. Suppose if I am saying simple squamous epithelium, what does it mean? Simple squamous epithelium, it means single layer of cells which are having nuclei. That will be simple. If they are multiple layer, 2 to 3 to 4 layers, they are called stratified squamous epithelium. Then they will be known as, because they are multiple layer, so they will be known as stratified squamous epithelium. So what is depending on the shape? If they are squamous type, like this, they are squamous type, so they can be simple also and they can be stratified also. Next is the cuboidal. Cuboidal, as you can see, they are little bit the elongated ones and they are cube like basically. Not they are simple. If they are having simple layer, then they will be simple cuboidal. Now these always you have to draw a basement membrane, जो मैं अभी draw कर रही हूँ with the blue pen. You have to draw always this basement membrane, because on the basement membrane ultimately these are present, right? If they are, again they are many layers, right? They are of many layers, then you have to draw them as a stratified cuboidal epithelium. The next one is columnar. Column, big pillars. Big pillars. They are the simple columnar epithelium. अगर single layer है, अगर इनकी भी 2 layer हैं, then they will be stratified columnar epithelium. इनके ऊपर, कुछ के ऊपर सीलिया भी कई बार लगा होता है, वो हम नेक्स्ट उसमें डिस्कस करेंगे नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में. यहाँ पे सिंपल आपको समझना है, सिंगल लेयर स्क्वैमस, दे आर दिस शेप सेल. क्यूबॉइडल लिटिल बिट वी विल मेक इट क्यूब लाइक, एंड कॉल्यूमनर कॉलम लाइक. देखो लंबे बनाए हैं हमने, इनसे बहुत अलग हैं ये. कॉलम लाइक, बिग बिग लंबे, बिग बिग पिलर लाइक, और इनमें न्यूक्लाई बिल्कुल बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन के पास में प्रेजेंट है. अगेन आई एम सेइंग यू हैव टू ड्रॉ हेयर दिस बेसमेंट membrane. In all cases of all, you have to draw this basement membrane. So this is about cell shape. Now let's talk about one by one the types of epithelial tissue. First one is squamous epithelium, right? In general, we are saying, we are not now dividing them into simple as well as stratified. We are talking about general. Cells बहुत thin होते हैं, flat, एकदम flat, irregular cells, and fit like the floor tiles. As you can see, there is no gap, they are continuous, and nuclei, it is present in the center. They form a delicate lining. बहुत पतली सी एक लाइनिंग बनाते हैं ये तो बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन है जो मैंने अभी ड्रॉ की है. दे फॉर्म अ वेरी डेलिकेट लाइनिंग अराउंड द ऑर्गन्स, एंड दिस लाइनिंग इज कॉल्ड पेवमेंट एपिथीलियम. जब ये बहुत थिन delicate lining बनाते हैं, they are called pavement epithelium. In these, nuclei is present in the center, where they are present esophagus, जो हमारा फूड पाइप है बेसिकली, जहाँ से फूड होके स्टमक में पहुँचता है. लाइनिंग ऑफ आवर माउथ, एल्वेलाई ऑफ आवर लंग्स एज वेल एज ब्लड वेसल्स. यहाँ पे ये हमें मिलेंगे, राइट? Alveoli as well as blood vessel. What is their function? As you can see now, both they all are present. Esophagus, that protect the underlying tissue, जो इनके नीचे basically if the present जहाँ पे भी ये present है, they present them tissue from injury as well as germ. इनके नीचे जो भी tissue present है, now if suppose they are covering this is esophagus, right? If like this is usually esophagus, this is a food pipe, और इसको कवर कौन कर रहा है? हमारा स्क्वैमस एपिथीलियम. सो स्क्वैमस एपिथीलियम बाहर वाली साइड है. इनके नीचे कौन प्रेजेंट है? ईसोफेगस. सो दे प्रोटेक्ट ऑल द टिश्यूज विच आर प्रेजेंट अंडर देम, below them, from the injury, from the germs, as well as they are responsible for exchange of gases in lungs as well as materials between the cells and blood. मैंने पहले ही बोला है आपको कि एपिथीलियल टिश्यू से परमिशन लेना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि कौन अंदर जाएगा कौन बाहर आएगा. सेल्स और ब्लड के बीच में भी जो इंटरेक्शन होता है उसमें भी ये बहुत हेल्प करते हैं. सो दे आर आवर फर्स्ट सिंपल एक्सक्वेमस एपिथीलियम. नेक्स्ट इज द क्यूबॉइडल, क्यूब लाइक. अब ये थोड़े से हमारे वाइड हैं, एज यू कैन सी दे आर लिटिल. ये हम बनाएंगे यहाँ पे ब्लू कलर की बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन. सबसे पहले बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन ज़रूर बनाना है, देन यू विल फॉर्म क्यूबॉइडल, right? Not exactly they are, but yes, they look like cube like. Nuclei again in the center. They are cuboidal with the round nucleus in the center, and they are very specific. They found in kidney tubules as well as ducts of salivary glands. वो ग्लैंड्स होते हैं जो कुछ ना कुछ रिलीज़ करेंगे. तो सेलाइवरी ग्लैंड्स हमारे माउथ में क्या रिलीज़ करते हैं? सेलाइवा. दीज क्यूबॉइडल एपिथीलियम दे गिव मैकेनिकल सपोर्ट. Sometimes these epithelial tissue fold and they form a gland that secretes substances. जैसे आपने देखा अभी salivary gland, they secrete saliva. So when these glands they secrete something, then we don't call them just cuboidal, we call them glandular epithelium. Those cuboidal epithelium which release substances or they form a gland that is called glandular epithelium. So cuboidal epithelium की example है glandular epithelium. So actually in few books you will found the glandular epithelium as the different form, as the different part, or some books they have mentioned that they are the modified columnar cells, right? As you can see that the picture, in picture these are the column like, they are column cells, right? But because they perform the function too of the secretion, as well as cuboidal epithelium also performs the function of secretion. So that is why we are defining them here. But they are modified columnar cells. This is the cytoplasm area. Nucleus is present near the base. They are connective tissue, as I told you, that where they are present on some other tissue. So here they are present on the blood as well, as right, they are present on the blood, and ultimately how they are separated from the other tissue by the basement membrane. So these, don't get confused that these you can write down, mention different also, but if you are mentioning it here then it will be also correct. But you should know that what is glandular epithelium. They are basically large cells and they are modified columnar cells, and if you have to specifically write down their function, they are present in sweat glands, जो आपका sweat बनाता है. They are present in sweat glands as well as tear glands, right? So these two examples you can mention in the glandular epithelium. Next one is the second last is the columnar, column like, right? Pillar like. As you can see, these are the long pillar like cells, and this is the basement membrane. So cells are very, very tall. They are little less wide and they are pillar like, and एक दूसरे के एकदम side by side they are attached. Nucleus, you can see they are present near the base. It is not in the center, it is present near the base. जो base है जहाँ पे ये present है, base जहाँ पे कोई चीज़ attach होती है, so they are present near the base. So nuclei near the base, where you will get them, you will find them in the inner lining of intestine. They cover the intestine. Then in respiratory tract, then these cells, they have hair like structures on the top, and these are called cilia, right? And why? Due to these cilia, they can move and push mucus, because as you can see they are present in the respiratory tract. जो आपका mucus sometime release होता है when you cough, that is because of the movement of these cilia. So such kind of epithelium is called as ciliated columnar epithelium. So when they are having cilia like this, they are known as ciliated columnar epithelium. So specifically if you are mentioning, then you can write down ciliated columnar epithelium. Now some books they have written even ciliated columnar epithelium also different. So basically they have mentioned cuboidal and squamous, cuboidal and columnar as the one, and then they have differently written the ciliated and glandular differently, but you can write in this way also, no problem at all. They help in absorption, excretion as well as secretion, right? Their function is the absorption, excretion and as well as if I talk about their main function, then you can write down, because we are mentioning here ciliated, then their other function is the basically rhythmic, that very synchronization, rhythmic movement of cilia, as well as help the material it help the materials to move in one direction, right? Its main function, columnar's main function is absorption, excretion as well as secretion, but yes, if they, because they are having cilia, so they help in the movement, they help the materials to move in a particular direction. The last one is stratified squamous epithelium. Squamous, as you know, that these are the flat cells. If, because now just look at the word stratified, means they are arranged in many layers. When something is present one above the other, it means they help the body or the parts from the any kind of injury. Wear and tear means if some injury, कोई भी आपको नुकसान पहुंचा रहा है, then उसके साथ एकदम they provide protection basically, right? Because they are many layers, and usually where they are present, they are found in the skin to prevent any kind of wear and tear. Rough and tough they keep our skin. They are present in our tongue also. They are present in the esophagus lining of our, as well as they are in the lining of our mouth, or you can say they protect us. If you don't want to write down wear and tear, you can write down they protect us from mechanical injury, any kind of mechanical injury. When it is going to happen to your body, the protection is provided by stratified squamous epithelium, because they are many layered cells. So this is all about your our types of the stress, columnar, cuboidal as well as the squamous epithelial. Now which type of question can be asked? Name the tissue that is protective tissue in animals, then you will say epithelial tissue. Which kind of epithelium is called pavement? That is our squamous. Name one organ where ciliated epithelium is present. You just now we have discussed that it is present in our respiratory tract, so you can mention here. Differentiate between types of epithelium and draw diagram for each. We have already done with this. So I hope that with this lecture you are clear with the first layer, that is epithelial tissue. Go through this video very carefully, and then next lecture we will meet with the another interesting, that is the our tissue, that is connective tissue.